Hey everybody, week 4. The third ball shows up and everything changes. So in real life, my juggling became chaotic last week because I added some balls to the day. I brought on a new client and I had to do prep work with them. I had an opportunity to move my office, which meant all sorts of cleaning out, organizing, what goes, what stays, all that fun stuff. And I guess probably the biggest thing is, if you think about all the things that we have to juggle, time is the one thing we can't buy more of, can't trade for it. We only can steward it in the absolute best way that we can. And last week, I was determining whether or not I had a third ball or if I was just going to pull them all up and let them drop. So the video got postponed until today because time was not on my side. And I say that I made decisions. And I made decisions that were priorities. So let me give you an example. And I use this quite a bit because I believe it's a really good example. Would you agree, and just answer to yourself, would you agree that most of the time it's pretty easy to determine between a good decision and a bad decision? Most of the time, yes. Not always, but most of the time. So would you agree that it's just as simple to make a decision between a good decision and a great decision? If so, why? If not, why? A lot of times people are not really sure. And one of the most common answers that I get when I ask that question is, well, I'll know after the fact. Well, here's the fact. That makes you a victim. If you don't know how to choose between a good and a great decision, we become victims. And how do we do that? We have to know what we weigh these decisions against. So in my case, I weighed good and great. I could do the video and I could get that done. It'd be good. But great was prepare for my new client. Great was to make the move that I needed to in the office space. Those were things that took higher priority. But the only reason that I could say which one was good and which one was great is because I know what my ultimate goal is. I know my goal is to serve my clients at 100% and to give them the most value. And I knew that by moving the office space, that would allow me to do that for this particular client. So I had to do good or great. Well, now it's Monday. I'm a couple of days behind, but now I'm doing my juggling video. And that just trying to give an example of why it's important. What are we weighing our decisions about? Like, what are we weighing when it's time to juggle things in our lives? What things have the highest value, the highest priority? And it's based on your purpose, your character, and your values. And when you know what those are, you can tell which balls you should be juggling at what time and use that as a filter. So the personal growth piece, I didn't fear dropping, right? I am trying just like everybody else. I knew that I was putting myself in a position to be able to juggle some balls, and some things are going to fall, some things are going to be good. I'm going to fail my way forward in juggling, in the physical juggling, and I'm going to do my best with everything else in life, because it's not about having a flawless execution. It's about learning, growing, executing, and adding as much value as you can to those that are around you. So my frustration with my actual physical juggling, my left hand will not throw where I need it to throw so that I can catch it when I'm doing a 3-ball cascade. So the thing that I had to do is I had to do some self-coaching. I had to ask myself, okay, as if I were coaching any one of you, what are you doing? Why? Why do you want to juggle? Why do you want to juggle? And then also, what does it look like when it's successful? What steps do I need to take? What's working? What's not? And if I know what the final outcome looks like, and I have it up here in my mind, and I believe that I can do that, and I can see the mechanics of it, then I had to ask myself, what is it that I need to do next? And in my juggling, this was it. I know that if I have two balls in my hand and I throw one up here, while this one's up here, I'm throwing the left hand one. But where I was getting stuck was my left hand is not throwing it here where I need it. It's throwing it here or here. So I'm focusing on this throw. All the other balls can fall, but this ball has to go up to here so that I can catch it. And that's the next thing I'm focusing on. Just one little step. I can throw up here and I can throw over there. Then I'm just working on it. So that's just a physical thing, but it's also how coaching works. Is I had to ask myself serious questions. Don't just throw the balls. Don't just toss them all up there. But what am I actually going to do? What am I trying to accomplish? And literally, down to the very smallest piece, what's the next thing that I have to be able to? All of this isn't about juggling balls. It's about juggling life, leadership, and purpose. It is everything that we juggle all day long. So anyway, I hope some of that was beneficial to you. I'm going to keep juggling. Next week, I am going to be at a conference, so I'm still going to do some juggling while I'm there. But the editing and stuff may not get done until I get back. But anyway, hope this is helpful. Have a fantastic day. Go to dayofgrowth.com and sign up. Grab yourself a ticket. Check out what we're doing, who's going to be speaking, and what the value is for you and your organization. That's dayofgrowth.com. I'm hoping that I'll see you there November 8th. Have a great night, everybody.